Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Christine. I am practicing on a Zoom session here with a group from Breastfriends in Tigard, Oregon. If you or anyone you know might benefit from their support, I've linked their website in the description box below. So please feel free and reach out to them. If you would like to have one-on-one yoga therapy sessions, you can contact me at my website, integratedyogatherapy.com, for a free 1 hour consultation. So today we are practicing chair yoga. We are sitting in a nice, safe, sturdy chair. If you've got wheels on your chair, make sure they're locked up so you're going to be nice and safe here. And when you start, make sure your feet are on the ground. So you might notice, I just recently learned this, for folks whose heels lift off the ground when they're sitting, that can put undue strain on the low back. So just making sure that your heels are on the ground can help you to find a little ease as we sort of have our, a bit of a sedentary lifestyle here in the West. So all the toes and both heels on the ground. You might begin to just invite yourself to settle into your body, to let go of any planning, any ruminations, anything like that. Rest your hands, palms down on your lap, and really feel the fabric or the skin underneath your palms. And maybe close your eyes so that you can really focus on the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands, completely supported. And maybe bring your attention to the base of your spine and just let your awareness travel up through your low back, your mid back, your upper spine, all the way up your neck. And when you get to the top, draw the base of your skull up and imagine yourself growing any amount taller. Relax your shoulders, soften your brow. We're just getting in touch with the body here, checking in, notice what's going on. Many of you have practiced with me before or practiced on your own. And so every day is not the same when we come into our bodies. Some days are better than others, some days are easier than others. So just noticing without any judgment what is true for you today. Knowing that it is not who you are, nor is it permanent. And just being with whatever sensations, feelings, or emotions that might bring up for you. Just acknowledging that you are not your body, you are not your pain, you're not your discomfort, that life is ever changing. And then let's bring one hand and then the other to cover the heart. Now, if you've had recent surgery or anything like that, and this is hard for you, just keep your palms resting down on your lap. But begin to just focus on your breath here at your heart, this rise and fall of your chest into your hands as you breathe. Let your shoulders be soft and your elbows be heavy. And with this physical and metaphorical heart space, we're going to bring some attention today to the heart chakra. Now, we've already talked about the three lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, and these developmental stages and how we grow and learn. A sense of groundedness at the root, emotional safety and creativity at the sacral chakra, personal power and the ability to individuate from those around us at the solar plexus. And now we are at the heart, that place of compassion, that pump that keeps our blood flowing. Also, our thymus gland is here. It makes immune cells that travel through our lymphatic systems throughout our bodies. So let's take care of and open the heart today. Just breathing into your hands, you might notice some expansion out side to side into your shoulders. Maybe even some expansion behind your heart, in between your shoulder blades. And let's just bring the intention today to be compassionate with ourselves. No judgment, no condemnation, no comparison or competition. Just compassion, curiosity, and acceptance. Until we can fully accept ourselves, we have a really hard time allowing others to be themselves. And I think that is much of the world's problems these days. So just building that self-compassion here. Next time you inhale, reach your arms down, open them up, open up your heart and look up towards the sky. And then exhale to come back to your tall spine. Let your hands rest at your sides, just kind of dangle here. And then with your next inhale, let's reach the palms up towards the sky, any amount, maybe up to shoulder height. And then exhale to turn your palms down and let them float down towards your hips. Inhale, reach those palms up, maybe a little bit higher this time if that's available to you. And then exhale to float your hands down. And if this is tough for you, as you continue to move here with your breath, if your shoulders are sore or tight or stiff, just imagine yourself, visualize yourself doing the postures. Even when we do that, our brain doesn't really know the difference between actually doing the movement or just focusing on what it would feel like in our bodies. The next time you inhale up, rotate your wrists in one direction. And then as you lower it down, rotate your wrists in the opposite direction. Let's do that twice more. Reversing those circles, keeping your arms extended, your fingers open, your heart lifted. Reverse your circles at the top and at the bottom. Next time you reach those arms up, let's stay here. Reach the arms all the way up as high as you can, and then bring the palms together and exhale to bring them down to your heart. And then let's get a little bit of movement here in the neck and shoulders. So just beginning to take your gaze from side to side gently, just exploring what you notice. Accepting all the sounds and sensations. When you feel like you've gone to each side an even number of times, let's just bring the chin down and lift the head up. You don't want to drop your head back. Just look up towards the sky, lengthen the back of the neck, lift the heart, relax the shoulders. And then maybe begin to link the movement with the breath. So as you inhale, lift your head up to the sky. As you exhale, lower chin to chest. Inhale, look up. And exhale to look down. And then you might begin to get your shoulders involved a bit. Maybe draw your shoulder blades back and down as you look up. And as you look down, open up the shoulder blades and round your shoulders forward. Just gently noticing what there is to notice. You could keep your hands grounded, or you might start to move your arms too. So maybe as you come into cat, you reach your fingers forward. And as you come into cow, you reach your arms open again. Thinking about rounding in, taking care of yourself, opening up, lifting your heart, taking care of others, toggling back and forth between loving and accepting yourself and loving and accepting others. One more time in each direction. Let's inhale and open up. Exhale, round the spine. And then relax your hands down to your lap and roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. And then just shrug those shoulders up and back and down a few times. Beautiful. And then we'll get a little more into the heart, a little more into the shoulders. So make sure your feet are on the ground. You might take a look down, make sure your toes are parallel and pointing forward. And we'll bring the hands once again to the lap. Find that tall spine, and as you find an exhale, we're just going to bring one forearm and then the other down to the thighs. You can keep your fingers pointing forward, or you can let them rest down over your knees. This is a little cobra pose. Bhujangasana is the Sanskrit word for that. I only know that because I got it wrong on a test, so it sticks in my mind. We're going to draw the heart forward, kind of pressing gently into those thighs, drawing the shoulder blades back, open up across the heart. Breathe here. One more inhale here, and as you exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest and just rock your ears gently from side to side. Nice little stretch here for the top of the shoulders, the back of the neck. And if you find a spot that feels really nice, you might stay there and just breathe and stretch and soften that place. Couple more breaths right here. And when you feel like you've had enough, inhale to lift your head back up to the top of your spine. Bring one hand and then the other to your thighs, and then come all the way back up to your tall seat. And let's just shake those arms out here. Release any tension. And then we'll come back to center. And then let's get a little other direction here in the spine. So we're going to find some twists. Let's inhale, reach those arms out and up as much as feels good to you today. And as you exhale, turn to your right, let those arms float down again. And then again, inhale, reach all the way up as high as it feels good. And exhale, twist and lower to the left. Let's go twice more to each side in your own timing, always knowing that you can skip anything that doesn't feel good to you. This is your practice. The next time you twist over to the right, let's hang out over here. Roll that right shoulder down and back and bring your right hand to rest on your hip or the chair. And bring your left hand to either the left knee, the right knee, maybe the outer right thigh, and find your twist here. Look back over that right shoulder as much as it's available to you. And again, draw the base of the skull up towards the sky so your neck is nice and long. Breathe length into your spine, press into your feet and your sit bones. Draw your skull up to the sky. And as you exhale, soften here. And then just continue a couple more nice, soft, and easy breaths here. Relax your face, your jaw. And then with your next inhale, reach the arms up, come back to center, and we'll find a few breaths over here on the left. Roll left shoulder down and back, lift your beautiful heart, rest your hands wherever it makes sense for your situation there. Use that inhale to find some length, the exhale to soften or maybe deepen into your twist a bit more. This supports not just our spines, but our digestive system, our lymphatic system. We're squeezing all of that fluid around, moving, massaging the internal organs. And then next inhale, reach your arms all the way back up. Bring your palms together and exhale, hands to heart. And then just relax your hands down. If you want to shake it out, you surely can do that here. Let's get a little movement in the legs. So we're going to do a seated warrior pose. So let's just take that left knee out as much as makes sense to you. Now, you might find that kind of straddling the corner of your chair might be helpful. If your chair has kind of ridges here, you might only be able to step out a bit. So just whatever works best for you. And you might rest right here with your hands on your thighs, just feeling your feet into the ground, some seated warrior two posture. Or you might bring your hands together at your heart. Or maybe you find the warrior two arms, reaching that left arm out over your left thigh and the right arm right back behind you so that your two arms are on this same plane here. And if you have your camera on, you could look at yourself to make sure you're not moving too much to one level or the other, but that both arms are straight and level. And we're looking out over those left fingertips. And the idea here in Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, is to embody the qualities of the warrior. Creativity, compassion, courage. Courage being from the Latin word for heart. Compassion. One more inhale right here. Lift your heart. Exhale, relax your hands down to your thighs or knees. And then we're just going to make some circles here in one direction. Keeping that nice tall spine, or maybe bringing in a hint of that cat and cow movement, maybe rounding back and drawing the heart forward. And then we'll move in the opposite direction. And you're just exploring what feels good for you. If this doesn't feel good for you, feel free to skip it. If you want to really get your head, your neck, your shoulders super involved, feel free to do that too. And then we'll come back up to that tall spine, and here we're going to practice side angle pose. So let's just bring that left forearm right down to the top of the left thigh. Now, if that's a little much of a reach for you, you could always bring a pillow or a yoga block to rest on the top of the thigh to bring it a little closer to you. You can bring your right hand to your right hip here. Maybe you find a little tenderness here and you want to give yourself a little bit of a massage. Or maybe your hand rests here, or maybe you reach your fingertips up to the sky. Open up your heart, look up towards your right hand, press into your left foot, your right foot, your left elbow, and couple breaths here. Or you might reach your arm alongside your right ear, rotating your pinky down to the ground to draw that shoulder blade down and back. And then again, you could look up towards the sky or out in front of you, or maybe it might feel nice to look down towards your elbow. Couple breaths wherever you are. Really press into that right hip, reach those right fingers up. One final breath here. And then inhale, reach that right arm up to the sky. Exhale to lower it down. We'll just rotate those shoulders up and down and back. And then let's come back to our warrior two, hands at hips, heart, or out level to the earth. Again, there's several variations of warrior. This is warrior or Virabhadrasana 2, but we're gonna also reverse our warrior. So as you're ready, flip your left palm up to the sky, reach your left fingers up as you reach your right fingers down. Reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. And again, you can always keep the hands at hips or heart. One more full breath here. And then inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, release your hands down. And then we'll come back to center. We'll just take a moment here before we transition to the other side to just, again, check in what's happening with your body. Where are there imbalances or balances? Where is there space or constriction? Without any judgment, just bringing compassion to all of those places. And then we'll take it to the other direction here. So again, step that right leg out as much as it makes sense for your chair and how you're feeling today. Find that nice tall spine, and we're going to bring the hands to the hips, to Anjali Mudra at the heart, or warrior two, reaching the right fingers out, the left fingers back, looking forward. You might focus on the wall in front of you, or maybe you can widen your vision to see into the periphery, softening your gaze. Feeling all of the qualities of the warrior in the yogic tradition: mercy, justice, kindness, persistence, courage. One more inhale right here. Exhale, lower the arms down. Let's go ahead and roll the shoulders up and down and back a couple of times. And then we'll land that right forearm to the top of the right thigh and bring that left hand to the left hip. This might be as far as you want to go today, and that is up to you. It is your practice. I always find tender spots over here on my hips, so I love to take a little time to massage that. You might use your fingertips or maybe even your knuckles here. And then maybe you do stay here tending to some massage, or you might reach that left arm up to the sky, fingertips reaching high, pressing into your feet and your right thigh as you reach up, so you feel both grounded and uplifted here at the same time. And maybe you look up towards your fingers, or forward or down, or maybe you extend your side angle, bringing that left arm alongside your left ear. Rotate your pinky down to the ground. Notice how that affects your shoulder blade. And then here, again, explore where it makes sense for you to take your gaze. Find a couple breaths wherever you are. And then inhale all the way back up to a straight spine. Exhale, lower that left arm down. And then inhale back to warrior two. As you exhale, relax your shoulders. And then as you turn your palm up, take an inhale here. Reach right fingers up, left fingers down, and find your peaceful warrior. You can take your gaze up, forward, to the side, or down towards your left fingers. Just whatever makes sense for you. Breathe here. Get long through the side body. Use your next inhale to come back to warrior two. Exhale to lower those arms down. Inhale all the way back around to center. And exhale, just relax your shoulders. Come back to your natural breath. And just notice what's happening in your body. Notice how you're feeling. And then we'll do a little more breathing practice here. I know there's a lot of gunk going around, flu and whatnot. And we all want to support cellular health in our lungs. And we also want to invigorate the heart, the thymus, the prana, the energy that lives around our heart center. So we're going to take all 10 fingertips to the heart and just begin to tap here on the chest. So you might tap your collarbones, the upper chest, out near the shoulders, or towards the center where the thymus is, just gently. We're not going to beat ourselves up, no bruising here, just gently. And then with your next inhale, keep tapping, fill up the chest, fill up the heart. And when you're full of breath, softly hold your chest here in your palms and exhale slowly. Let your chest lower down. Relax your elbows. Take a couple of your regular breaths right here. And then we'll do that practice twice more. So in your own timing with the tapping, we'll inhale, fill up. Fill up all the way. Rest the palms down, hold it for one more second, and then exhale, maybe out the nose, maybe out the mouth. Come back to your regular breath. And then in your own timing, one last time here, let's inhale, tapping. Fill up the whole torso, the belly, the heart, the ribs. And when you're all full, we're gonna hold the chest, hold the breath for as long as you're able, an instant or two. And then exhale slowly, softly, completely. And invite yourself to be completely relaxed. Release your hands, letting the backs of your hands rest on your thighs. Palms open and upward, receptive as well as giving. Relax your eyes, maybe closing them. And just notice what you notice. Notice any opportunity for presence or space you created for yourself today. Relax your jaw and the skin around your eyes. Relax all the muscles of your face. Relax your shoulders. And just softly feel your breath expanding into your body and relaxing. Relax your back, your hips, your arms. Soften your thighs and your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, and your feet. And again, just checking in with yourself here with compassion and kindness, with courage, with honesty and honor, with confidence and adaptability. Really emotionally connected to your experience today. Just one more minute here, giving yourself time to rest your mind. You can rest your attention on your physical sensations and the sensation of your breath. It can be hard to sit in silence. Thoughts and emotions can begin to intrude. But even as you notice them, you know that you are not them. You are not the thoughts. You are not the emotions. You are the one experiencing the thoughts and experiencing the emotions. So compassionately witness the sensations, the thoughts, the emotions, with full and complete acceptance for what is in this present moment. One more inhale through the nose here, and as you exhale, open up and let the mouth let it go with a sigh. And then let's just begin to shake the hands out. Just let the arms be kind of like wet noodles here. We might lift a leg and shake out the foot. And then maybe lift the other leg, shake out that foot. You might continue right here, or maybe draw your heels back a little farther. Press into your feet, and on an inhale, come to stand and continue shaking here. Whether you're sitting or standing, you might reach your arms up to the sky and take a big stretch. Open up across your heart. Maybe take another stretch. Imagine you're climbing a ladder or a rope, reaching one hand and then the other up to the sky. One more inhale. And then let's bring those palms together and right on down to meet your beautiful heart. Thank you all so much for practicing with me here today. There is a mantra that I love in yoga, the Shanti mantra. It goes, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And it basically translates to, may all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may our thoughts, words, deeds, and actions contribute to that in some way. Namaste.